Hello guys, in this video we are going to take a look at this question. So let's see how to solve it. So it says that we have to find the value of a where the quadratic equation is having more than two roots. Now the quadratic equation, okay, we know that it does not have more than two roots, okay. So that is why I like marked it in red, okay. So a quadratic equation is having more than two roots. So that means that it is not an equation, it is an identity, right? An identity is something that is satisfied for all values of x, right? So basically that is the difference, okay, between an equation and an identity. So here the question is basically about an identity. So what happens in an identity? So if I say, okay, that if I write some equation, like say for example I write 2x square minus 3x, okay, plus 1 is equal to 0, right? So if I write this equation, I know that, okay, there are only two values, okay, which of x which will satisfy this, right? Only two values of x are going to satisfy it, okay. But similarly, if I write, okay, something like this, right, x square minus x is equal to 0, okay, so this is also a quadratic equation because I know that only two values of x are going to satisfy it, okay, that is x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1, right? So only two values are satisfying, for example, so in these kind of equations, okay, these are equations because only two values are satisfying. But if I write something like this, 0x square plus 0x, okay, plus 0 is equal to 0, right? So if I write something like this, okay, what is happening? If I place any value of x here, okay, the answer is going to be 0, right? Why? Because the value of a, the value of b, and the value of c, right, a, b and c, all of them are 0. So any value of x if I place here, okay, it will be satisfied, right? So that is why, okay, here it will have more than two solutions, okay, infinite number of solutions, you can say. All values will satisfy. So same is the case here also, okay. So we have this quadratic equation, okay, but they are saying that more than two roots it is having. More than two roots means it's an identity. It means that, okay, the coefficients of x square, y, coefficient of x square, x, and the coefficient c, okay. So a, b and c, all of them, so this is your a, this is your b, and this is your c, all of them, okay, are going to be nothing but 0, right? So if you equate a, b and the c, okay, all of them to 0, you are going to find out what are those values of a, right? So that's basically the concept, right? Now it's very simple, okay, but basically the question is, it has having more than two roots means it's an identity. So let's quickly solve these three equations. A square minus 5a plus 6 is equal to 0. Then we'll have a square, okay, minus 3a plus 2 equal to 0, okay, because b is equal to 0, and 2a minus a square will be equal to 0, right? So we have three equations here, okay, in a. So we will solve for a, okay. So this is going to be nothing but a, so this is 6, right? So 2 into 3, so this will be a square minus 2a minus 3a plus 6 is equal to 0. So I can write a minus 2 into a minus 3, right? So that's fine. So here the value is going to be a is equal to 2 and 3. Now if I come here, a square minus 3a plus 2 is equal to 0. So this 2 will be 2 into 1, okay. So minus 3 we have, right? So we can write a square minus 2a minus a plus 2 is equal to 0, right? So I can take a common, so I'll get a minus 2, okay. If I take a common, I'll get a minus 2, and similarly a minus 2 into minus a plus 2, right? So minus 1 is equal to 0. So basically from here I'll get a minus 2 into a minus 1. So I can write a is equal to 2 and a is equal to 1. And last equation is 2a minus a square is equal to 0. Oh, sorry, this is not 2a square, this is 2a minus a square is equal to 0. So here you take a common and you get 2 minus a is equal to 0, right? So I can write a is equal to 0 and a is equal to 2. So how many values? Okay, let's quickly mark these, okay. So we have to find a value, okay, of A which is common, okay, for all these, which basically satisfies all these three, right? A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0, and C is. So it's not like A is equal to 0 and you say that okay, 2 and 3 are the answers. No, A should be equal to 0 and B should be equal to 0 and C should be equal to 0, okay, then it will be an identity. So what is the common value that you're seeing in all these three? 2 comma 3, 2 comma 1, and 0 comma 2. So we have 2 which is common, right? 2 is present here and here and here, so our answer is going to be 2. Okay, thanks for watching.